You are watching PTV Sports on Phillipsburg High School's Panther Television YouTube channel. This broadcast is brought to you by the following My Phillips County online sponsors. 4C Land and Auction, Farmers National Bank, Olive Bovey Furniture and Appliance, Dana Gramman at American Family Insurance, Fireball Ag LLC, Rogers & Associates Insurance, First National Bank and Trust, Phillipsburg Chamber and Main Street, Mapes & Miller, Phillips County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Coombs Trucking, and Dr. Ron Juneman at Professional Family Eye Care. Thank you for watching PTV Sports.
You're watching PTV Sports on Phillipsburg High School's Panther Television YouTube channel. This broadcast is brought to you by the following My Phillips County online sponsors. Mapes & Miller, Certified Public Accountants. Farmers National Bank. Olive Bovey. American Family Insurance. Fireball Ag. Rogers & Associates Insurance, First National Bank and Trust, Coombs Trucking, Cliffs Welding, 4C Land and Auction, and Trinity Ag. Thank you for watching PTV Sports.
Are you wrestling with your financial situation? Let First National Bank and Trust help you take down the stress that comes with managing your money. First National Bank and Trust is here for our area athletes, here for our farmers, here for our business owners, here for our families, and
we're here for you.
Olive Bovey Furniture in Phillipsburg has so many lazy boys, they're running out of room to show their other great lines of furniture. Olive Bovey is featuring lazy boys at prices that are just too good to pass up. Lazy Boy rocker recliners, Lazy Boy sofas, Lazy Boy reclining sofas. Don't miss this opportunity. Help move the lazy boys so there's more room to show the other great furniture. Olive Bovey Furniture, West Highway 36 in Phillipsburg.
At Phillips County Health Systems, patient-centered excellence is more than a goal. It's a mission. And that's why we continue to be one of the top critical access hospitals in the country. We care for members of our community through all stages of life, providing quality health care, innovative rehabilitation therapies, and convenient access to specialists. It's the kind of care our patients should expect, the kind of care you deserve, the kind of care provided at Phillips County Health Systems.
Hey guys! Every home has potential. Yeah, it's not enough just to create your perfect space. You need to protect your dream of home ownership. With the American Family Insurance Home Quote Tool, it's easier than ever to get a customized policy designed for your future.
This is great.
American Family Insurance.
The American dream has changed over the years, but Farmers National Bank has not. This is Jean Ann Wagner. Farmers National Bank has been backing the American dream for over 100 years. Tell us what you'd like to accomplish, and we'll work with you to achieve it. As we celebrate 100 years, it's never been about us. It's always been about our customers and their successes. That's the American dream. We're Farmers National Bank in Phillipsburg, Agra, Logan, Kensington, Stockton, and Atwood, member FDIC.
Rogers & Associates Insurance, we serve the Midwest. We offer home, auto, commercial, and farm insurance policies and provide solid options for life and health insurance. For those unexpected life events like hail, wind, deer crashes, fender benders, and the little things in between, we can help you ensure what matters most in your life. Let us help you design a plan that meets your needs and budget. Visit us online or call us at 1-800-569-0118 to learn more.
Check out My Phillips County Online's new sports section. Here, you'll find game results, pictures, and videos of your favorite Phillips County sports teams. We'll also keep you updated on area athletes that are competing at the collegiate level. MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Go take a look.
What is My Phillips County Online?
It's your source for local news.
What is My Phillips County Online?
It's your source for local events.
What is My Phillips County Online?
It's your source for local sports information.
What is My Phillips County Online?
It's a local business directory.
What is My Phillips County Online?
The website that you're going to check out after this broadcast.
Welcome to this year's Athletic Awards Night. At this time, Brock Burrish will lead the invocation.
Please join me in prayer. Dear God, let me play well but fairly. Help me to learn something that matters once the game is over. Let competition make me stronger but never hostile. Always let me help my opponent up. Never catch me rejoicing in the adversity of others. If I know victory, allow me to be happy. If I am denied, keep me from envy. Remind me that sports are just games. If through athletics I set an example, let it be a good one. Amen. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome parents, grandparents, family, friends, coaches, and athletes to this year's awards night. Tonight we will be celebrating the accomplishments of our students and coaches, both past and present. Before we begin, I want to thank everyone involved in making Panther Sports a success. I was recently talking about how thankful I am for the support we have for our sporting events, and a coach said, yep, we have a pretty good village. So I want to thank our village. This includes students for your hard work and dedication to your sport, coaches, parents, community members, administrators, game officials, custodians, event workers, photographers, media. I want to give a special thanks to PTV and Kim Pockavere for covering our events. As most of you know, nobody does events better than our PTV crew. Also, thanks to our journalism department, Robin Sides, for what they do throughout the year for our teams. Our programs this year were made by Maddie Boydston. So Maddie, thank you for your work on those programs. This village consists of hundreds of people to make sports happen for us here in this room. Thank you to all of you. At this time, Coach Kinney will present the 2022 Wall of Fame inductees.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. The first inductee for the 2022 class is Seth Durr. As you read in your book, he was a multiple sport athlete in football, basketball, and track. But he really excelled in the track and field area. He is a record holder still here at Phillipsburg High School, state champion runner-up in 3A javelin, member of multiple state teams, record-breaking teams, also the 2013 record breakers, and still holders of the 4x1 in 3A. Seth went on to Bethany College, where he excelled in javelin. He was a national runner-up. He also placed 6th, and then he moved on to bigger and better things at the University of Nebraska. Sorry, I had to swallow when I said that. All kidding aside, Seth is 6th place all-time record holder in javelin at the University of Nebraska with a throw of 227 feet 6 inches. Please, I am honored and privileged to announce the first inductee this year, Seth Durr.
Well, first I'd like to thank all the coaches that helped me get here throughout. Some of you are here, and my parents for all the traveling and money they've put into getting me all over the country. Some of the favorite memories I have, the first was for football. Sophomore year when we ended up beating Smith Center and ruining their home win streak. It was pretty incredible when we came back and it seemed like half of the town was waiting in our parking lot for us to congratulate us. Another one was for basketball, senior year, when we won the league championship in Hayes, when the rest of the team, they just got done, I think, at the Bob Coon Classic. They came out and supported us, and that was pretty incredible how loud they made that huge coliseum. And then track, just, when we won the state meet record, pretty wild. We weren't even close to the time when in prelims, when the finals came, we apparently found a way to do it. Thank you again. Coach Gainey, I think I still have nightmares of a 3-whistle drill, conditioning drill. Thank you.
Our second inductee this year in the class of 2022 is J.B. Covington. J.B. had an illustrious career in football and track. He also did some breaking of clipboards in basketball. Is that right, J.B.? Okay. It is my honor and privilege to present the inductee this year to J.B. Covington.
I'm very humbled to be nominated as a Wall of Fame candidate. It is a tremendous honor for me to be considered with Seth and the other Hall of Fame members. I feel like this is not about me personally, but about all the great coaches that I coached with over the years and the hardworking athletes that I was so blessed to work with. I'd like to start off by thanking my family, especially my wife, for sacrificing all the family time. offensive coordinator, any of the disastrous plays that were run were the ones she drew up, so just for the record. I'd also like to thank my parents for instilling in me the hard work ethic. I didn't agree with getting up at 5:30 in the morning to take care of my chores before I got on the bus every day, but I still draw on that today. All through my coaching career, I draw back on what hard work does for a person, so I thank my parents also. Saying that I wholeheartedly enjoyed my time here at Phillipsburg High School would be a huge understatement. The relationships that were created during this time with so many, whether it was in the classroom, weight room, on the practice field, on a bus, on the track, in the locker rooms, in the driver's ed car, etc., will forever be cherished. I love to use sports as analogies for life. Some of you student athletes that I've coached kind of realize this, and I fall back on this often. I'm going to keep it rather simple tonight. I have a couple of short ones. One involves football, one involves track and field. The first one I'm borrowing from Coach Colin Klein. I had the opportunity to listen to him speak at one point. Actually, you KU fans and Nebraska fans, sorry Seth, probably don't know who Coach Klein is, but he's the new offensive coordinator at Kansas State. He was also the 2012 Heisman Trophy finalist. In listening to him speak, I thought what he said made a lot of sense to me. The average football play lasts about 4 seconds. Let's say you play every play in a game. So 50 offensive plays, 50 defensive plays. Although when I was offensive coordinator, it seemed like we had more defensive plays than offensive plays. So I don't know what was going wrong there, but I'm going to throw in 30 special teams plays. So that's a total of 130 plays, each lasting 4 seconds. If you do the math there, that comes out to actual playing time, real playing time, while the play is going on, of 8 minutes, 40 seconds. That's 8 minutes, 40 seconds. Now take into account the typical week of practice. 2.5 hours a day, 4 days a week. I'm going to say roughly an hour in a weight room each week. So if my math is correct, that is 14 hours of weekly time, which is 50,400 seconds. That's a ratio of 97 seconds to every 97 seconds of practice time to every second of actual playing time. Now you're probably asking, where's this old guy going with this? My point is, make every second count. Every second's got to count. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Our time on earth is very short in the big scheme of things, so make every second count. It doesn't matter if you're practicing, playing, standing on the sideline, working on your farm, working out of your little cubicle, on family vacation, whatever you're doing, make every second count. My second thought involves a former student athlete here at Phillipsburg High School who is currently competing at the collegiate level. Jack Pockbeer was an outstanding 400-meter runner for us here at Phillipsburg High School. After his first year of competing at Fort Hays, he decided to take on some new challenges. He decided to compete in the decathlon. Of the 10 events in the decathlon, Jack had never competed in the pole vault, high jump, long jump, javelin, shot put, discus, 110-meter high hurdles, 100 or 1,500 meters. All right, if you're following along with me, that's 9 out of 10 events Jack never competed in. In talking to Jack, it became very obvious that he was willing to take some risk in order to challenge himself as much mentally as it was physically. Jack says, get out of the lane and overcome your fear of failure. Fear of failure is what holds a lot of people back. I want to challenge you to be more like Jack. Step out of your comfort zone. Go into the lane that you're not used to. Imagine where Elon Musk Might be if he had not taken any risk in his life at this time. Us old coaches do two things. We like to repeat ourselves, and we like to quiz our athletes to see if they're ready, to see if they've been listening. So I'm known for repeating myself a lot. So I'm going to have student athletes, I'm going to ask you, out of the two things, what was one of them that I just brought and challenged you to do? Make every second count. Good job. What was the second thing? Yeah, get out of your lane. Challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to fail. In closing, I would like to congratulate all you student athletes and coaches. It's been an outstanding year for each of you. So for this year, I wish the tennis boys, golfers, and track and field athletes good luck with your upcoming competitions. Thank you. God bless. Panther proud.
We're going to continue on with the program with coach summaries for each sport. I'm up first with cross country. We were a young team this year with two really good senior leaders. Cross country team, I want you to all stand up in place there so I can recognize you. So if you're here, to go ahead and stand up. Going to be senior Eric Moon, senior Sam Pinkerton, sophomore Adam Mascarenas, and then all freshmen Jaden Allen, Nathan Fisher, Ethan Knowles, Hallie Jerby, Hannah Walker, and Ellie Lotus. Thank you guys. Go ahead and sit down. These runners were committed themselves to improving, and they started by running miles during the summer. We had a lot of fun on summer morning runs. I had fun on summer morning runs watching the sunrise. During the season, their hard work paid off. Our boys team placed first at Stockton and Smith Center this year. Our boys team also went on to place runner-up at the MCL League Meet. If you're on that boys team, I want you to come start making your way up here. I have your medals that you earned from that meet. So this team consisted of Eric Moon, Sam Pinkerton, Adam Mascarenas, Jaden Allen, Nathan Fisher, and Ethan Knowles. So make your way up here, guys, and I'll give you your award for that. Second place in the league is a good accomplishment. They missed the league championship by just a few points. I think with some hard work and some improvement over the next season, I think they can have themselves in a position to possibly win the MCL next year. Individually, our runners achieved 44 personal records throughout the season and brought home 32 medals. Cross country does not have an all-league team like some of the other sports do, but I believe that earning a top 10 medal at cross country at the league cross country meet is like being all-league. And we had 3 of our runners achieve that status. Sam Pinkerton placed 3rd place in the MCL. Jaden Allen, Jaden, come back up here, I should have had you stay. Placed 4th place in the MCL, and Ellie Villardis 9th place. So congratulations to those 3 for basically being what I consider all league in cross country this year. And then an ultimate goal in cross country is to qualify for the state meet. We co-op with Logan and Sam. You guys met, some of you might be thinking, who's this Sam Pinkerton they keep talking about? He's one of our co-op kids from Logan. I know he's not here tonight, but Sam Pinkerton qualified for the state meet this year and placed 28th out of over 100 runners at our state meet. Last, I want to thank a few people here. I want to thank the parents for your support throughout the season, providing meals, snacks, keeping your kids motivated to go run miles every day. Sometimes, as parents across country, the parents are running some miles out there on the course to watch their kids each and every meet. Thank you to my assistant coach, Aaron Beckman, for being an outstanding assistant coach. He does so many little things that make a big impact on our program. And I believe we'll go on to our next one, which is Coach Jarvis with girls tennis. Coach Jarvis, you're on the block.
Okay, this year the girls tennis team survived extreme weather to finish with another outstanding season. Trying to think back to something unique about our season, it was the first season I can ever remember that we were playing through an excessive heat warning. They were loaded up with plenty of ice water and their cooling towels, and this year the varsity squad finished the season with 5 team titles and 2 runner-up titles. This included the Mixed League Championship and the pre-regional tournament at Trigo. The JV also had a good season with 4 team titles and 2 second-place finishes. This year's squad was led by an experienced group of 5 seniors, along with 4 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 9 freshmen. The depth of this team was evidenced by having 9 girl letter winners that played in at least 3 varsity matches. We look forward to next year with 5 returning letter winners. The individual highlights for the season included McKenna Russell as a state qualifier. She was an MLC champion at #1 singles, and she had 22 wins for the year. Corinne Cole and Lizzie Sauer were second place in the MLC at #1 doubles. Olivia Soliday was second place at MLC in #2 singles. And Jocelyn Billings and Bella Kazee were first place in the MLC in #2 doubles. Also finishing with 20-plus wins for the season was Lizzie Sauer with 21. We don't really have postseason awards either unless you qualify for state. So if McKenna would come forward, I have her certificate from state tennis. I want to say thanks to Coach Shane Lyon and Oriana Ratzliff for all their help this year. We put in a lot of miles on the road, having a lot of tournaments, and it takes a lot of time, so I appreciate everything they do. And I want to thank parents for the dinners and snacks that you provided for us throughout the season.
Can sometimes get a bad rep, and these girls held themselves to a high standard and work ethic all season long, and parents should be proud of the way that they handled themselves. That's a testament to you guys as parents, and that goes for camps in the summer, away games, bus trips, and just anything we asked of them in practice. I think they were a very respectful, kind, hardworking group, so thank you guys. We could, although, use some practice at double-checking our bags before games, because I think every parent in the room had to save their daughter at least once when they forgot something. I would also like to thank my assistant coaches, Kim Pacavere and Danny Suchland, for helping this newbie out and taking on more by teaching me all the ropes. I owe them a huge thank you. As for the season, it was a good one with some high highs and low lows. I remember talking with Coach Pacavere at one point about how the girls didn't realize just how good they were or how good they could be. Highlights included beating Minden in a 5-set thriller that we were here all night for, beating Scott Community on the road in a 3-set sweep, I believe this is where they started to believe how good they were. And of course, beating TMP at home to take second in the MCL. Injuries are definitely a low, but happy to have some deserving players get some good quality time on the court. As for honors, Heather Skimper and Abby Babcock were both voted first team MCL unanimously. Taryn Sides received second team honors, and Jenna Storrs was honorable mention as a freshman. The following girls will also receive Kansas Volleyball Association's all-academic first-team honors for lettering in volleyball, as well as having a GPA of 3.75 or higher. So, Abby Babcock, Caitlin Cheney, Cadence Corman, Emma Honeycutt, Heather Skimper, Taryn Sides, and Trinity Gross all received those honors. Peyton Dinkle and Jackson Pepper also received the Academic Honorable Mention Manager Team Award for having a high GPA as well. As a team, they also earned the All-Academic Team Award for having a full member team GPA of 3.3 or above. So well done. Overall the year, we were 30-12, and the JVC team combined was 38-3. And although we will miss the seniors and their leadership, the future is bright for Phillipsburg volleyball. I do want to say a quick shout out to Kim Pacavere for her 17 years of coaching volleyball at PHS and her dedication to athletics at Phillipsburg. I know the girls are going to miss your pep talks and the conditioning ideas like a finger on the line. We hope you're able to spend time doing all the things you love this fall. Thanks again.
Again, good evening. I'm going to speak a little bit about football here. First of all, we had 45 young men out, and then a manager and a videographer. If you were here, please stand up. So gain a little bit of recognition. All right, thank you all. Mrs. Jarvis alluded to, this was a very warm season, so these individuals, being outside quite a bit, full pads, helmets. Mr. King and I had a lot of discussions about player safety, so that's always fun. But these 45 individuals came prepared, came ready to work every day, and they did just that. It was a growing year, even though we were senior laden. With double-digit seniors out, we had a lot of individuals who stepped into new roles and new positions, and then we had a lot of younger classmen that stepped in. We finished with a 3-6 overall record. That record does not reflect the hard work, dedication that these players put into it. Like I said, they showed up ready to work and never gave in. On the JV side, we finished with a 5-1 overall record. With our first game at Smith Center, Coach Burrish and I showed up and possibly jinxing them as they had a lead, and then we proceeded to turn the ball over twice in a row, so we thought about maybe getting back in the car and driving back to allow them a chance. But we had a lot of perseverance, and in the end, we did come away with some postseason honors. Brock Burrish finished first team offensive lineman in the MCL, second team defensive lineman. He was honorable mention to Wichita Eagle, and in case you covered. Joel Ford finished second team defensive back in the MCL, as well as honorable mention to Wichita Eagle. And then Caden Seams was second team defensive lineman MCL. I want to thank these young men and our one outstanding manager for their hard work this year, and especially the parents. Driving all the way to Southwestern Heights, driving all over the country, what it felt like this year, showing up, showing out, even though maybe at times that was kind of difficult. Again, I want to thank our coaches, Joe Burrish, John Wyman, and Blake Gehring and their families for a lot of different things, whether that was scrubbing jerseys, painting lines, mowing fields, whatever they asked, whatever they did, they were always there to support. So thank you guys very much. Good job this year. Go Panthers.
Okay, I would like to start by recognizing the girls. Our Pacer roster for this year: senior captain Caitlin Cheney, juniors Erin Johnson and Kyla Kinney, sophomores Jocelyn Billings and Sophia Riffle, and freshmen Krista Keaton and Caitlin Rothy. We had a really good year. The girls started their year competing at UDA camp in Salina. The team received first place for their home routine, Superior Trophy, the 110 Award, Best Team Routine Performance, and 19 blue ribbons. Caitlin Cheney, Kyla Kinney, and Sophia Riffle also received All-American honors. These 3 All-Americans also participated in the Varsity Spectacular, which was held at Walt Disney World in November, so that was a pretty cool experience for them. We then went on into our season. Well, our season is pretty much all year round, but the girls enjoyed performing at the home football games, the Friday basketball games, the Panther Wrestling Classic, and their last performance was at 3A State Basketball in Hutch. And this year we had a much smoother ride to Hutch. Some thank yous. I would like to say thank you to Brooke Boynton, our assistant coach. She has helped me a lot and took over during the month of October when I couldn't be there. A big thank you to our captain, Caitlin Cheney. She put many hours into finding music, choreography, and cleaning up the routines. And I also want to say a big congratulations to Caitlin. Yesterday she found out that she made the dance team at Washburn University, so she will be with the Dancing Blues, which is a big accomplishment, so proud of you. Congratulations. And last thank you I would like to say is thank you to the parents in our community for your continuous support. We appreciate it.
Linda and I will speak about cheer. Girls, would you like to stand up? You'll be recognized. So we'd like to tell you a little bit about the commitment of what it takes to be a Phillipsburg High School cheerleader. These ladies started out the year attending Kansas Westland Cheer Camp in Salina in June, where they earned a superior rating on their cheer evaluation, superior rating on camp routine. First place in game day routine, third place in camp routine. Hannah, Brennan, Emma, and Lexi received ribbons for holding the longest cradle. Emma, Bren, and Olivia received ribbons for the longest hang joe, and the team received a spirit stick each day. They put in hours of practice beginning in March of 2021, and the ladies practiced through February 21st of 22. So it's basically a whole year commitment to prepare themselves for cheering for 9 football games and 44 basketball games.
These ladies put on community send-off for the following teams that competed at the state level: track, golf, tennis, and boys and girls wrestling. Way to go, Panthers. In addition to cheering for our team, the PHS cheerleaders spent time attending the rodeo parade, making posters, coordinating the homecoming bonfire, putting on pep rallies, and a mini cheer camp for our future cheerleaders. We are proud of these young ladies and the commitment and time they have dedicated to being Phillipsburg High School cheerleaders. Thank you, parents and fans and community, for the supporting that you give to these girls. And girls, thank you for a great year.
Okay, boys basketball members, please stand, be recognized. We had 22 managers stand up to your 2 girls were very important. I guess Grace is here, Lauren's not here, but okay, you can sit down. This team this year, we had 2 seniors out, so we knew it was going to be a young team. But we had a lot of experience back. A lot of the younger kids played a lot last year. I knew going into the season we had to replace some guard play, but our posts were all back. Losing Ty and Kagan and Ethan have played a lot at guard, so that was definitely an area we needed to improve on. And the guys had a great year. We finished 11-11 varsity level, and then our JV was 13-5. We did have a lot of different lineups. Like every year, tell the kids it's a whole new season. Doesn't matter what you did last year, it's what you're going to do this year. So we had a lot of different starters, a lot of sickness on our team. It seemed like we had guys gone sometimes in December, a little bit in January, then the same ones even in February a little bit. So we kind of battled that within our group. So it didn't feel like we ever had everybody at practice very often. Highlights of the season, definitely our first one was winning the Amos Morris tournament. It's the second time we've done that. I think when Seth was a senior, it was the last time we won that. So that tournament was been pretty hard to win. We went down there and beat Ulysses and then Smith Center, then got Russell on the last second shot when Joel hit right underneath the basket. So that was an exciting tournament. The MCL tournament, we had a good tournament there. Beat Ellis here by 2, then lost to Trigo, kind of heartbreaker. Had a lead and just kind of let it slip away. But then Gitz bounced back and beat Norton. Thankfully, the kid missed 3 straight free throws. So free throws are important, right, guys? And then beating Northern Valley here. We're supposed to play Stockton, but they didn't have a team, so we got Northern Valley on the schedule. They're a very good team. We played well here. Got that win going into Sub-State. We had a rematch with Boysington that beat us early in the year, and we were out to win that one, and we did that. And then finally we lost to Norton in the semis of the Sub-State. I want to thank Coach Swinson. He's here for all the help. Coach Brent Garings, unable to be here. He helped Gracie and Lauren. They did a great job managing. Then they ended up filming and broadcasting, announcing. They were a good tandem. Last thing, Jeremy Joel, thanks for all the years. Special awards. Joey, you want to come up here? Joel did win. He was an all-tournament team member of the Amos Morris tournament. He was the second team selection of the Mid-Continent League. He played in the Barton and Colby All-Star games this spring. Season stats, he had the 5th most stats in a season this season. And then a couple of career stats. He's 8th all-time in assists and 9th in steals. So a very good career by Joel.
Okay, this year we had 16 players and 1 manager, 4 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 6 freshmen. If any of you are here, go ahead and stand. It's all right, it's good. It's good exercise. Thanks, girls. All right, so we completed another successful season despite falling short on our 3rd consecutive bid to state. We appreciate, just want to make sure I get this done before I forget, appreciate all of you that made the back-to-back nights journey out to Goodland and supported us. We may have been able to be placed a little further, but we do appreciate you guys coming all that way to support us. So beginning this season, we had just 2 players with any significant varsity experience. And so like Coach Size was alluding to, we had some shoes to fill. We had some time on the floor to be fought for. And I thought this team did a good job of going out and competing every day in practice and earning those minutes. And I feel like we made big gains at each end of the floor. Those growths and improvements were on display as we finished league play strong and advanced to the sub-state championship. And it was probably what the toughest sub-state in the state, and then of course losing to the eventual state champs. Our strengths this year included improved spacing offensively. We out-rebounded opponents a lot more consistently this year, and then again our overall depth. We talked about competing in practice for time on the floor, and we saw 9 to 10 girls every night, for the most part, consistently getting 12 to 16 minutes on the floor. And so I think that's a lot to be excited about, those returners, and then of course Heather coming back next season. And we'll miss our seniors, but we have a lot to look forward to. As I mentioned, we competed well in the league. We earned back-to-back regular season NCL champs, and that's really tough, and especially with the way the league is now with 12 teams, and you've got to come every night. So I think that's a really big accomplishment. Some individual honors. Taryn was first team All-MCL. Abby Babcock was third team All-MCL. And again, that's really hard to make. There's a lot of really good players out here in Western Kansas alone, 3A alone. And to have those honors in the MCL is pretty cool. I wish we could have got more. Abby and Taryn also made the Wichita Eagle. Taryn's first team, Abby was honorable mention. Taryn was a KBCA 3A first team. She was also named Topeka Capital first team. Abby honorable mention there as well. And again, like we talked about, with just the immense amount of talent in 3A, I want to first off congratulate Taryn for being the Sports in Kansas 3A Player of the Year. She also cracked the Sports in Kansas all classes top 5, which was really difficult to do, and I think that's a testament to her hard work. She was probably shooting on this floor while the janitors were trying to put the chairs out. So if Taryn, you could come forward, I have a little something for you. A couple new records that Taryn set this year. Most threes in one game was 7. These are just a couple of them, and then the most threes in a season was 75. She's definitely not done, but as many of you know, she did surpass the 1,000 and 1,500 points in her career this season, which is pretty incredible. All right, a couple more honors. We have the 33,000 Club. That's a combination of minutes of ball handling, abs, push-ups, miles ran, of course shots, lots of shots, free throws, three-pointers, two-pointers. Just a combination of things that I think improve you as a player and most importantly as a shooter. And Taryn completed that for the 3rd year, but our newcomers, if you would come forward for me please, Jocelyn Billings and Kayla Jacobs. Come on up. We definitely need more girls joining this club, working on their game and becoming better shooters. So girls, those sheets will be coming out soon. And I'm just going to close with a few thank yous, and then I'll have Taryn and Abby come back up. I forgot your all-league plaques. As many of you already alluded to, big thanks to PTV, Kim and the crew. The crew keeps growing, and they're just awesome. All of our local photographers, such a good time to check out Facebook and everything after games. Too many hours spent, I'm sure, scrolling through those, but keep them coming. We definitely appreciate it. Jesse and Jay at KQMA for following us. The cheerleaders, our band for all their performances at home. The senior moms and all the other parents that help chip in for all of the meals, greatly appreciated. And of course my assistant, Robin Sides, who is my right-hand woman. Couldn't do it without you. Appreciate everything you do. She's the one behind all the fun game days. So I take absolutely zero credit. That's all her, and they just keep getting better. And I don't think she's ever duplicated one. So. But if there are errors, that's her and not me. So I appreciate you a lot, Coach. And finally, for our seniors, Abby, Caitlin, Emma, and Aja, just thank you for the last 4 years and all you've contributed to the program on and off the floor. I always remember lots of stories. I didn't want to embarrass anybody, and of course I don't want anybody to say that I'm hogging the mic. So appreciate you. Good luck to you next year as you go off to your new endeavors, and you're going to be great. And appreciate you. So again, Taryn and Abby, come up and get your MCL plaques, and we'll look forward to another year next year. Thank you.
think it's a prerequisite when you take over for JB Covington. You have to start wearing glasses and forget where your keys are. I found yours, Coach. I'm going to talk about wrestling real quick. Before I get started, I want to give some thank yous out to our coaching staff, Joe Bursch, Kendall Fiskus, John Wyman, and also the help of Aaron Beckman. Thank you to our families and our wives for putting up with us and our long hours that we're constantly gone. Sometimes I think I spend more time with these boys and girls than I do with my own family, and I appreciate them willing to sacrifice that. The wrestling boys and girls this year, we had 4 girls, 1 senior, 2 sophomores and a freshman, and we had 20 boys, 4 seniors, 8 sophomores, and 8 freshmen. If you are here, will you please stand up? Thank you. This year I had 5 wrestlers that had 20 plus wins, and then we had 4 wrestlers with 30 plus wins. We also had 3 managers, Addie Jerby, Bailey Campbell, Jordan McDiffett, and then Claire Chestnut was also a wrestler, but she got injured and she did some videoing for us. We did a lot of our awards before at our awards banquet, but some notable things that I'm really proud of with these guys this year, and girls, I gotta remember to say girls too, is that we're constantly in the KWCA All-Academic first team. The regional team members this year with Theo, Patrick, Caden, Hunter, Carson, Cole, Seth, Caden, Kevin, Tracy, Brock. They were 3rd overall in 321A with a 3.63 GPA, which earns them first team All-Academic team. And then also Theo and Brock were KWCA All-Academic first team as seniors, and they also won it as juniors also. So Brock and Theo were 2-time winners of that prestigious award. Let's give them a round of applause. We had a great year this year. The seniors really stepped up and did a lot of good things for us, led by leadership. We started off our tournament year with Osborne, winning that tournament, then going out to the Colby Dual tournament, and everything kind of went back to normal for us. Well, we started to go back to 2-day tournaments, and we got to relive all those great things that we get to do in 2-day tournaments. The kids did a nice job of really managing their time, listening to us, working hard, and it paid off with 5 state qualifiers this year, actually 6. Bella was also a 2-time this year qualifier for state. She also is going to have a record that's going to be going in, and she's got her own record with the fastest fall of 5 seconds this year. She should have had some more of those, but we'll just leave 1 and 5. And she went 1 and 2 at state, so she did win her first match at state. So she broke some records this year. At state, we had 5 qualifiers on the boys' side with Theo, Patrick, Caden, Hunter, and Brock, and we came away with 4 medals. And then Brock was also in the finals. So, we had a great season, a lot of great accomplishments. Looking forward to next year with a lot of things. The sport of wrestling is kind of funny because we're a team and an individual sport. So we build off of each other. We got core values and beliefs that we believe in that we have above our wrestling room, and us coaches like to believe that, wrestling is more than just wins and losses, records and placings and those types of things. We think that we can help these kids with valuable traits and values that they can keep throughout their life, like integrity, honesty, class, hard work, teamwork, those types of things. So seniors, thank you very much. Managers, thank you for putting up with us. And thank you, coaches and parents.
I'm happy to be up here talking about the first inaugural season of boys tennis, which isn't quite finished yet, but definitely been a season to remember. Keeping with the weather theme of the girls' season, these boys have battled the high wind warnings, sometimes more than the opponent on the other side. It can take many seasons for some players to experience winning a point with the help of the wind blowing it back over the net before the opponent can get his racket on it. But I think we've witnessed this tactic several times this year. No season review for boys tennis would be complete without a list of firsts for PHS, and a fitting way to present this will be the ever-popular PHS Boys Tennis Jeopardy game. So please play along. Here we go. PHS Boys Tennis Trivia for 100, please. This tennis player is in his first year at Phillipsburg Schools and was also the first player ever to win a match for the boys tennis team. Phrase it as a question, please. Correct. PHS Boys Tennis Trivia for 2. This dynamic duo will probably be more remembered for their championship forensics performances, but they will also be remembered in tennis history books as the first varsity tennis winners for Phillipsburg Boys Tennis. Correct. Jeremy Ford and Leo Kazee. PHS Boys Tennis Trivia for 3. You might see this freshman out on the baseball diamond this summer, but he will also have the record for most wins in a season for boys tennis. Say again. Correct. Carter Kendall had 16 wins so far this season. PHS Boys Tennis Trivia for 4. 4 Panther tennis players ended the season with winning records. Name 2 of them. Anybody? He said, who is Carter Kendall and Leighton Wyatt? That's 2 of them, correct? And also Nathan Fisher and Carson Meidel. This player is the first state qualifier for PHS Boys Tennis. Bum, bum, bum. To be determined because we're going to our first regionals this Thursday and Friday. So, and we're hoping that we can fill in that question then. I don't want to go too far off script, but this season has been a blessing to me in many ways, and I thank especially this group of seniors and everyone that came out to get boys tennis at Phillipsburg started out on a really strong footing. I think we've come a long way in one season, and we're going to keep going. It took me 3 times to get boys tennis started, and I guess I just went straight to the top this time. So, Mr. Gower, I don't know if you're here or not, but thank you for listening to me and taking it to the school board and giving us this opportunity. It's meant a lot to a lot of people that we could start this. We've had some really good athletes. We've had kids that never went out for sports before and found success, and that's kind of what it's all about. So, finally, I'll thank Shane Lyon. She helped me get started. She was kind of busy this year, but she was a part-time assistant, and I appreciate her help also. Hopefully, we'll have continue our winning season at regionals on Thursday.
Okay, golf season. I'd like to wrap up last year's results as that takes place after this from last season. So I'm going to talk about last year's finish. The boys finished 5th in the MCL tournament, 3rd at regionals. We were 2 strokes away from taking our team to state. Ty Sides was a regional champion. He shot an 80 at Smoky Hills and Hayes. And Tyler Davis also qualified as an individual at 7th place at regionals. Then we went to state in Heston. The first time we went to a 2-day tournament. You have to make the cut the first day to play. The second day, Tyler shot an 89 and just missed the cut. Ty shot an 82 the first day, then come back with a 78 on the second day to finish 10th at state last season. Coach Moon helped along with Coach Hyman last season. This season, golf, would you stand up who's here? I know we have some gone playing golf in Norton since it's a beautiful day. You guys can sit down now. So we have 11 boys and 2 girls out. Been fighting the win, like a lot of sports has this spring. We played in 2 tournaments early on. The first 2, Smith Center and Osborne. We quit after 9 holes. The balls wouldn't even stay on the greens sometimes. So we got through 9 holes and called them. We got 3rd at Smith Center. Tyler was 2nd. Kale was Shelton was 5th. And then we got 2nd at Osborne in a 9-hole stoppage there. And Tyler was 8th, and Avery Jacobs was 11th. We've placed 3rd at Norton so far. Kale Shelton has 10th, and Landon Wyatt was 12th. And then 5th at Russell last Thursday. Ethan Miller was our top finisher with 12th place. Finishing the year, we go to Smoky. We're supposed to go to Smoky tomorrow, but I think they're going to end up canceling that to the next Monday. Our tournament we will not have. And then we'll go to regionals at Colby. 11 teams there, and we got to be in the top 2 to take a state team to state. And state will be at Salina this year for 3A. Coach Hyman once again has helped with golf, and golf seems like it flies by in the spring, just like a lot of the other sports. So a lot of work still be done on the golf course, and hopefully we can get a team back to state. Thank you.
Talk a little bit about track this season, and we'll go back to last season. Overall, the 2022 track season has been a success. We've fought the weather and fought some difficulties through that, but I'm proud of the work ethic both the boys and girls bring every day to practice. Many of our athletes have been willing to try a new event. Some of them have been searching for events, which is a testament to their character of wanting to compete and wanting to be good, wanting to help their team. The competition at each of our meets has been outstanding and has pushed our track team to perform at a high level. We have had some ups and downs due to weather, due to some injuries and other circumstances, but we have continued to persevere through these difficulties. Track is a sport that takes many attempts before it becomes second nature. With 1 month remaining in the 2022 season, we're preparing to compete at the highest level and look forward to league and regionals. And then after that, state. Our regional meet here on May 19th, we're looking forward to. Everybody that helped with our home meets, both junior high and high school, we appreciate that as track coaches. I stand up here and say that, and you guys think I'm just saying that. We have great help, and I'm 100% serious about that. We go to a lot of different places, a lot of different meets. You guys are second to none if you help with that, so I do appreciate it. We have 34 girls and 22 boys on the track team. I'd like to thank my assistant coaches, Kendall Fiskus, Andy Kinney, Conrad Corman, and Blake Gehring. With that being said, on the junior high track team, their numbers are down a little bit with about 55 athletes. But I'd also like to thank those coaches, Carrie Hilburn, Rachel Miller, Jessica Billings, and Aaron Beckman, because they also help a lot. It takes a lot of work to put on track meets and to be at track practice with 100 some odd kids trying to dodge lanes and stuff like that. So, Cove, we're getting out of our lanes. Our freshmen also got out of their lane at Smith Center this year because they were in the wrong lane. They were on the same relay. So they're listening to Coach Covington. That's great. We've had those fun times and those memories with track already this year. Our upcoming meets would be Oberlin on Tuesday. We go to Colby, which is a new meet for us on Friday. And then we have the MCL meet, which is the next Thursday at Smith Center. And then the regional meet Thursday here at Phillipsburg on the 19th. State meet in Wichita starting on the 27th. I want to go back to last year and mention the state qualifiers that we had and state placements. Everybody that was qualified for state brought home a medal, which I'm pretty proud of that. Kagan Keaton was 5th in the pole vault last year, and 3A pole vault was a very difficult competition. Kagan performed very well, so he was 5th there. Trace Hancher, are you here? Stand up, buddy. Trace Hancher, as a freshman last year, was 3rd in the javelin, so I'd like him to have a round of applause. Ava Skimper was 5th in the 200 and 9th in the 100, and she was not happy about not making those 100 finals, which is a testament to her competitive nature, which may have driven her for the next 2 races coming up. The 4x1 relay placed 4th, and the 4x4 relay was 2nd last year at the state meet. Heather Skimper, please stand up. You can look over here on the board. Heather, we talked about this last year, but she is the record holder of both the 400 and the 800 currently. Last year at the state meet, she ran the 400 in 58.77 and was a state champion. She also owns the 800 meter record on that board right there. Now, 3 of these girls are still here, so 4x1 girls from last year, please stand up, which would be Taryn, Heather, and Abby. Ava is not here. They also have the record in the 4x1, which was set, I believe, at Beloit last year, not at the state meet, but the record of 49.76 on that board. Same 3 girls can stay standing. The 4x4 record, which is 404.20 on that board from last year at state, and we were 2nd with that at state last year. So congratulations, girls. We've had a great season so far, and I look forward to the meets that are coming up. Students and parents, I appreciate all your support of track and field here in Phillipsburg. I would like to congratulate Seth Durr. He's a former athlete. We had some good track trips, some good football trips, not some good basketball trips because I wasn't there. But Seth, he was a tireless worker. You know, he would be one guy that wouldn't brag about himself or anything like that. But he was a tremendous athlete, tremendous worker, and yes, where he finished his career, screams success. Last, I'd like to thank Coach Covington. Spent a lot of years coaching with him, learned a ton of football from Coach Covington. He's a guy that would put everybody else above himself, and to me, that's why he's where he is today. Thank you.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about the athletes, but I want to talk about a couple of coaches here before we move on to the next part. And these 2 are very humble. They probably didn't want me to bring this up. But a couple of accomplishments that happened amongst our coaches this year. I want to congratulate Coach Miller for going over 100 wins in girls basketball. And Coach Sides just got done coaching his 20th season as head coach here at Phillipsburg and went over 250 wins this year. So we're now going to go presentation of athletes. We'll start with the freshman class. Freshmen, if you know that you lettered, go ahead and start heading up and gathering up here on the stage, right over in this area. And we will be calling you out alphabetical by last name. Okay, Jaden Allen, they're in cross country and track. Brent Billings, they're in basketball, track, and cheer. Jaden Boyle, they're in football and track. Peyton Dinkle, volleyball. Nathan Fisher, cross country in tennis. Caden Hudson, football and wrestling. Avery Jacobs, golf. Kayla Jacobs, basketball and track. Hallie Jerby, cross country. Seth Keaton, football and wrestling. Cole Keaton, football, wrestling, and track. Carissa Keaton, basketball, track, and
Pacers. Carter Kendall, tennis. Hannah Kennedy, tennis and cheer. Ethan Knowles, cross country. Ryan Moffitt, cheer. Kara Crow, volleyball. Caitlin Rothy, pacer. Caden Seams, football, basketball, and track. Emma Shields, cheer. Hunter Sisson, football, wrestling, and track. Caden Sisson, football, wrestling, and track. Jenna Stores, volleyball and basketball. Alex Van Allen, track. Alana Villarez, cross country, track, and wrestling. Hannah Walker, cross country. Cody Wood, cheer. And Leighton Wyatt, tennis. Good job, freshmen. Sophomores, you're next, if you can do the same. Okay, sophomore letter winners. Ryan Babcock, football and track. Jocelyn Billings, tennis, basketball, track, and pacers. Alexis Boydston, track and cheer. Kayla Bowie, wrestling. Tasia Calhoun, basketball. Cadence Corman, volleyball and track. Tyler Davis, volleyball, football, basketball, golf. Trevor Durking, track. Colton Doherty, wrestling. Patrick Driggs, wrestling. Trace Hanchett, football, wrestling, and track. Addie Jerby, wrestling. Leighton Johnson, track. Bella Kazee, tennis, track, and wrestling. Sorry, try to be a little bit more consistent with my pauses. Adam Mascarenas, cross country and track. Carson Meidel, football, wrestling, and track. Sophia Riffle, pacers. Rad Rodriguez, football, basketball, and track. Eli Skimper, football. Rhett Shelton, football, basketball, and track. Olivia Soliday, tennis and cheer. Jordan Taylor, football. And Landon Wyatt, golf. Congratulations, sophomores.
Juniors, come on up.
All right, we'll start off with juniors. Jaden Bellis, tennis. Jesse Blackburn, football, basketball, and golf. Austin Deerking, basketball and track. Trinity Gross, volleyball, basketball, and track. Luke Hoover, football. Devin Johnson, football, basketball. Aaron Johnson, Pacers. Kylie Kinney, volleyball, track, Pacers. Ethan Miller, football, basketball, and golf. Jalen Miller, basketball. Jackson Papp, volleyball. McKenna Russell, tennis. Heather Skipper, volleyball and track. Taryn Sides, volleyball, basketball, and track. Julia Stutterheim, basketball. Your junior class.
And seniors.
How come I have to move this every time? Here we go, senior letter winners. Abby Babcock, volleyball, basketball, and track. Maddie Boydston, track. Brock Burish, football, wrestling, track, and tennis. Aisha Calhoun, football, basketball, track. Bailey Campbell, tennis, track, wrestling. Caitlin Cheney, volleyball, basketball, track, Pacers. Corinne Cole, tennis. Emily Cole, tennis. Jeremy Ford, football, basketball, and tennis. Joel Ford, football, basketball. Lauren Heersink, basketball. Ashton Howe, football. Emma Honeycutt, volleyball, basketball, track. Gracie Jessup, basketball, track, football. Theo Kazee, football, wrestling, tennis. Xavier Kendall, football. Boston McDonald, football. Eric Boone, cross country, football, tennis. Kevin Russell, football, wrestling. Elizabeth Sauer, tennis. And Kale Shelton, golf.
We're now going to move on to special awards, starting with the Paul Gardner Lineman Award presented by the football coaches.
Paul Gardner loved the game of football. He enjoyed watching football at all levels, but his favorite by far was high school football. The aspect of the game of football he loved so much was in the trenches. He focused on the play of the line. He understood that linemen were the unsung warriors that were a key part to a great football team. Each year, the Phillipsburg High School football team recognizes one lineman that was consistently a warrior in the trenches and a lineman that was willing to work tirelessly for his teammates. This year's Paul Gardner Lineman of the Year Award goes to Brock Burish.
Next is the Mel Shermer Most Outstanding Senior Golfer, presented by Anna Shermer.
Keith said he was tired of coming up here, so he let me come up to present this award. And this is from my husband's, when he was coaching, they honored him with having this award. The Mel Shermer Most Outstanding Senior Golfer goes to Cale Shelton.
And now for the Michael Mason Track Award, presented by John Mason.
I want to congratulate all the athletes, the pacers, the cheerleaders, coaches, for all your achievements this year. I've enjoyed watching the seniors the past 4 years. What a great journey you had here at PHS. You make me proud to be a Panther. My warmest congratulations to the 2 new inductees into the Sports Wall of Fame, Coach Covington and Seth Garrett. Both of you truly deserve to have this award. Track and field has always been good to our family. As a family, we wanted to do something special to give a special award. So we named it after the only person in our family who never got to run track. It was our son, Michael Mason. We wanted this award to be given to those special athletes who managed to make an individual sport into a team sport. The outstanding track member is someone who has worked hard and done the best for the team in their efforts, and encourage others to realize their full potential as well. There are track team members who truly enjoy the sport. The coaches have chosen, and I am pleased to present this award to Kyla Kinney and Trevor Hurton.
Our next award is the Senior Sportsmanship Award. I want to go through a few things with this award so we understand what this award is about. This goes to a male and a female athlete who exhibit the following: accepts and understands the seriousness of the responsibility and the privilege of representing the school and the community. Learns the rules of the game thoroughly and discusses them with parents, fans, fellow students, and elementary school students. Treats opponents the way you would like to be treated as a guest or friend. Wishes opponents good luck before the game and congratulates them in a sincere manner that you would like to be greeted following either victory or defeat. Respects the integrity and judgment of game officials. The officials are doing their best to help promote the sport. Treating them with respect, even if you disagree with their judgment, will only make a positive impression on you and your team in the eyes of the officials and all people at the event. Lives up to the standards of sportsmanship established by the school administration and the coaching staff. Refrains from taunting, trash talking, or making any kind of derogatory remarks to opponents during the game. Wins with humility and loses with grace. And the 2 winners this year are Caitlin Cheney and Brock Bursch. You can come forward. Make their way up. I should also mention this was voted on by the coaching staff at the high school.
fastest male 800-meter runner for the current school year. Lefty, my grandfather, thoroughly enjoyed all sporting events the students at Phillipsburg High School participated in, but his favorite was watching PHS track and field. He especially admired distance runners for their self-discipline and determination. This year, the Dezeen family is privileged to present these awards to Rhett Shelton with a time of 2 minutes and 14 seconds and Heather Skipper.
Thank everyone for attending tonight. This concludes our awards night. However, for those that won any of those special awards at the end, that's going to be the Paul Gardner, Mel Schremer, Michael Mason Sportsmanship Award, the Mel Dezeen, and the Distance Running Award. So Heather, you two, stay, and we're going to get pictures off to the side here with the big wall plaques that stay on the walls of the building before you leave. We also had some extra award books that might be out on chairs. Anybody that's in the back there can feel free to take any award book that you'd like to take with you on the way out. Thank you again.
You are watching PTV Sports on Phillipsburg High School's Panther Television YouTube channel. This broadcast is brought to you by the following My Phillips County online sponsors: 4C Land and Auction, Farmers National Bank, Olive Bovey Furniture and Appliance, Dana Gramman at American Family Insurance, Fireball Ag LLC, Rogers & Associates Insurance, First National Bank and Trust, Phillipsburg Chamber and Main Street, Mapes & Miller, Phillips County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Coombs Trucking, and Dr. Ron Juneman at Professional Family Eye Care. Thank you for watching PTV Sports.
You're watching PTV Sports on Phillipsburg High School's Panther Television YouTube channel. This broadcast is brought to you by the following My Phillips County online sponsors: Mapes & Miller, Certified Public Accountants, Farmers National Bank, Olive Bovey, American Family Insurance, Fireball Ag, Rogers & Associates Insurance, First National Bank and Trust, Coombs Trucking, Cliffs Welding, 4C Land and Auction, and Trinity Ag. Thank you for watching PTV Sports.